say that Disco Elysium is the best game I've ever played. It's very... It takes a specific kind of person. It is extremely narration heavy.
Oh yeah. It's a bit dark on the themes, I would say.
Oh yeah, but I love dark themes in anything.
I like it.
But I think the biggest hurdle for people is getting past especially if you buy it now and it's the like finalist version with the voice acting. Every fucking thing is like really long to listen to. But I just love it for the themes, for the possibility of making like your own story and your own character, or like choose your own choices for the character. I still haven't replayed it, but I plan on replaying it as like the bad guy, or making all the choices that I couldn't do in my first run because I wanted it to be good.
Yeah, I tried to play the dark version in Baldur's Gate 3, and it's heavy. Like, because I'm always also the kind of person that like I'm always on the games like I hope I didn't hurt that NPC's feelings.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm a bit hard on those, like trying to get the evil playthrough. So I would really need to focus on doing the evil things.
Yeah.
And always like I feel like I would have to be like to myself like this is just for the playthrough. This is just for the evil playthrough. This is not me. This is.
You need to have a separate save file where all the NPCs are like, I love you. It's okay.
It's okay. You can always hear.
No.
But I played Disco Elysium and I got quite far in it, I feel like. But the thing that for me, like, turned me off from that game, I had this, like, I feel like it was quite a long time as well, where there was nothing happening in the game. I had progressed too fast, and I had to just wait for things to
little sheeps.
For things to unfold. Yeah, they were like sheeps. Small sheeps.
Sheeps. Yeah, Disco Elysium, the pacing is a little odd because you know basically how long it's gonna be in game time. Like the game tells you, oh, you're gonna be playing X amount of time or X amount of days. And I remember feeling like, oh, I need to visit every area, talk to every dude at like every stage. So it's definitely a challenging one to play if you're a completionist. If you're able to play it like, oh, this is my version of the game, then it's a lot easier. I'll show you guys the sky and the country houses again, because it is very pretty.
Because I had a friend that was also like a fan of Disco Elysium, saying that okay, that means that you like optimized it quite well, because apparently you're supposed to like waste time going back and forth a bit. Yeah. And I had like done apparently very little wasting time, and that's why I had to just like wait. Yeah. And I like that was already for me like, okay, is this because of me? Is this a bug? Like it was for me it was hard to like understand why.
It's not a very fast-paced game until like stuff starts.
Yeah.
But I just love how the characters are written and the world. I think it's really fascinating. I didn't read every fucking lore drop of the world. But I really like the vibe of it. It's like very dark, very moody, very like...
Yeah, I really like the game itself. I think I need to get back to it again. Unfortunately, I think I will have to again start again when I go back to it, because I have forgotten everything. So that's also like a game you have to know. If you go into it after like a year,
you need to remember every name of every character.
The characters and stuff. So it's a bit heavy on that sense. But I feel like enough time has maybe passed that I would have forgotten most of the stuff. So maybe I could go back to it.
Yeah, I think for me as well. I think I played it 2 years ago now, something like that. But yeah, definitely recommend it. It's on sale quite often, I think.
Yeah, you shouldn't get it on full price. Not that saying that it's not worth it, but it's just that it's
I think these days it's okay to say don't get it at full price, because the studio basically fired everyone who worked on Disco Elysium and just like killed everything. So yeah, maybe don't get it at full price. But it is a masterpiece, I think. It is
really up there.
Yeah.
It's also like I really like those, I don't know if you know those like Shadowrun games, not the Cyberpunk one, but the like Shadowrun, which is like also like, is it isometric? I think that's the word, like going upwards and there's like
top-down view
top-down view and stuff, and I played a few of those and it reminds me of those, so there's similarities there.
Yeah.
I haven't played too many of those Shadowrun games, but I would like to also get on those, because I really like the Cyberpunk world.
Yeah.
I have like played TRPG Shadowrun a lot, but it's been a long time since we've done that, because the more current groups I've had, none of them have been like, yeah, we like Cyberpunk, so...
Yeah. So I remember Shadowrun was kind of difficult to get into, because there were all the like cyber mods and all. I think it would be easier now that everyone has kind of like a general grasp of the cyberpunk world.
True,
But I remember it was a lot harder to get into than other like fantasy stuff, because everyone knows what elves are.
Yeah, and also there's a massive difference, talking about TRPG here, so there's a massive difference like if you're in a medieval setting, even if you add magic to it. Like medieval setting, you can tell, okay, I maybe have like a blunderbuss, I maybe have like an airship, But in Cyberpunk, you're like, oh, maybe I can hack that other guy's brain.
Yeah, it was a lot.
It's so much different from like what you normally think of. Like with fantasy, you can like sort of picture a medieval kind of place. Even again with the magic involved, it's not usually that heavy. But in like Cyberpunk settings, there's usually like, okay, there's Matrix layer, which is like another world, but it's like in cyber connections, and you only can go through those like with cyberlinks, and
there's like
so many things.
You had to optimize a lot to get the most out of it, and I'm not a person who likes to optimize in tabletop.
That can be involved in there.
I'm not
of course,
good at the
depends on the person, but when you have a game master that's good at min-maxing, I remember when I was younger, we played the Shadowrun, and I was so min-maxing back then. And I remember the group, none of the guys were like doing that too much. And it was really hard to go up with like the encounters, like the enemies for them. Because there was also like the massive difference between like, okay, they haven't like done much with the combat stuff, and I know that just these few things are like overpowered. So those were rough. So I feel like the Cyberpunk, even if you play the games, it's really hard to grasp the amount of imagination you can let free in those. Because even like D&D settings, there's lots of things you can do. But even there, I feel like it's still like easier to grasp on like what are the options than when there's like a whole like a separate dimension that's only like computers and stuff. And also I feel like another added complexity in those is usually the aspect of time. Because in fantasy settings, I feel like there's, of course in D&D from what I've understood, there's also like this way that, okay, this person gets 2 turns when you only get 1. But in those cyberpunk settings, there's usually like, okay, this guy gets 14 turns before you get a 1, or this guy gets like 1,000 turns inside the Matrix or whatever. So there's so many other things to carry on with.
I can't really remember much about the
Shadowrun
campaign. I remember the one mission where...
I remember it too.
Oh yeah, it was good. I'm gonna remember it forever.
Yeah.
But I also remember you wrote in a villain who had like a shit ton of like brain implants and stuff, and I felt like that was such a smart way of introducing us to what the world is capable of.
I was trying to make you guys like look into those, because there's like at least in Shadowrun, I think it's like the 3rd edition or something out of the books for. There's like so much things that I would enjoy as a player. So there's like you can adjust your like cars. You can put in like, let's say you can put like a minigun that's hidden inside your car.
Oh yeah, I remember we had some sort of like
I think I made
weapon
something like that for you guys. Yeah, I think I like tried to introduce you to the different
Batman car, Batmobile. Yeah,
so
something
like cool
that.
stuff like that I would enjoy as a player.
Yeah.
So you can like.
I remember my character
stuff.
was just stupid.
Yeah, I remember that too. So you didn't want anything to do with any of the electronics.
Yeah, when have I ever played a tabletop character that doesn't boil down to just stupid? I don't fucking know.
Yeah, that's.
I've played a stupid orc at least in 2 campaigns. The last campaign I played was in Lahti. And I played an orc that desperately wanted to be a noble elf and play the flute or lute. I can't remember what the instrument was. Some fancy instrument, and he was just a gentle little boy in the body of a big ass orc.
Very nice.
What was the system that we played?
Is it Pathfinder or?
No. It was some like
D&D then.
Or... No. It was some like kind of obscure one.
Oh.
Some realm something. I'll figure it out.
Okay. I think I've
remember.
Heard of
I remember I told you, but I can't remember it off the top of my head. But I'll definitely. The entire point was that the setting is like there's a mystical fog that comes at night and you can't go outside. That's like the basis of the system. But our character sheets had a slot for like a secret that defined the life of your character, but you wouldn't tell other people. And the point of my entire character was that he could not read.
I see. So
and it was really fucking funny because we would like hunt people in graveyards, and my character would go and look at the graves and be like,
vibes are here.
Yeah, exactly. And it was a good time.
Yeah, I don't like the RPGs.
Yeah, I'll figure out what the Shadowlands something Lands Realms something. I'll figure it out because I'm sure I can find it. And it was a really interesting system.
Was it D20 based?
I think D6.
D6. Okay, interesting. I'm always curious about the mechanics.
Let's see if I can find it. Forbidden Lands.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a WhatsApp group called Kieletyt Maat. Yeah, Forbidden Lands. It was really interesting, and the game master was like super into different systems as well. He was like really used to running games, so he would like make the games really interesting. It was a little bit combat heavy for me. Like I'm a lot more into the other stuff, and the combat is for me like one combat per session is fine, and if something funny happens, that's the best. But it was like there was this whole card initiative system, like you had to draw a playing card to see who got the highest or the lowest number. I can't remember which way around it was, to see who got initiative. And when it was like, oh, we're playing with 5 players, and then there's 5 enemies, and I'm the last with the initiative, and everyone's min-maxing their attacks, I was like, holy shit, let me go home. Like it was, and I didn't really know any of the other players that well. And a lot of people would drink, and if we were playing for like 4 or 5 hours on a weekday, they would drink a little too much, and then I'd be like, please let me go home. There's one guy who kept hitting on me, and I like had to message the game master the day after, being like, hey, can you like tell this guy to chill the fuck out, or like, But yeah, we also had like a rotating party system. Like
that was the weirdest
thing.
That
was the most stressful part for me. I think we had 8 or 9 players in total, and we would play with 4 or 5. So we'd like alternate weeks, and we'd all be in the same party. So it was really stressful.
So I'll explain this system for those that didn't catch it. So there was like 8 to 9 people playing the same campaign. They would go every week. They would do the one part, and then the next week the other group would just like continue from there. Yeah. So you would get like a recap of what the other guys did to continue where you left off, and now you have to continue from where they left off. Yeah. I have to say that's the worst idea I've ever heard. Like all the best to the person doing it, but still like I would never have thought of that for a reason. Not. That's diabolical. Yeah, and like, it was like, oh, the other guys started building this house, so now you're building a house, even though last time you were hunting wolves on the other side of the map. You guys wanted to do this, but now you're stuck with this, I guess.
Yeah, I can't remember. There's a name for the system of like rotating players.
Surely nothing positive in the name, surely.
But I remember, I didn't mind it during the campaign. Like I didn't mind it gameplay-wise. Yeah. But for me, socially, it was exhausting not knowing who I was going to be playing with the next day, and you had to like sign up for each session, like, oh, can you come next week? And if you weren't quick enough, you wouldn't get there, and then I'd like wait until the last minute to see who else was playing, because I had like a couple of people who I liked more than others, and I didn't want to be the only woman there, and I think we had 3 or 4 women, so I was like,
with like those people hitting on you drunk and stuff.
Oh yeah, the other level of those games was like trying to figure out, oh, who else is going? Can I go? Do I have time to go? Because it wasn't like every week I would be going. And also, playing once every 2 weeks was also stressful as hell, because I'm used to like once a month. Yeah, it's quite. And then the sessions would go so long, so it just was not for me. I had a really like...
So again, chat, we all recommend TRPG stuff, but you just have to find a group for yourself.
Yes, absolutely.
Even if you have like a bad experience on a group, you should always look for another one.
Yeah. And I still love it. I absolutely love it.
Unless you're the problem.
I'm the problem. Bogus says, do they play the same characters or raw? How? Yes, everyone has their own character. Basically, it's just like a split party at all times. Yeah.
I have heard of like these mechanics of, let's say you have like a guild hall and like guild members are pushed out on the missions. I guess it works somewhat there, but I would say that they have to be one shot. Like
that was the problem. We had these like big overarching missing missions that like would not be done in the one session, and then we'd like I'd come back 2 weeks from then, and then they'd just be like, oh yeah, you're here now. Yeah, for some reason, completely other thing.
Because I could like just from the top of my head I could come up with better solutions. So first of all, again, one shots that would work. It wouldn't matter if like the group would disperse. If there was like let's say like one larger mission and all the one shots would go towards that. Let's say there's like a bad guy and there's like 10 missions that you have to do to finish it. That's easy. You have 10 one-shot campaigns to do that, or like one-shot adventures, whatever you call them. Another thing, you could ask the game master, because I can see him being like, yeah, I have like a massive group, I have to split it. I see that. That's like valid.
But the problem was, it wasn't even split. Like, we would change every time. Yeah, so I was saying West Marches, that's exactly what it was.
So like 9 people in the table. So the one thing I would also maybe do in that, like in the shoes of that GM, I would have the same campaign run for both of those groups. I would just make sure that it's like 2 evenly split groups. And run the same campaign. It doesn't matter. You can only just do the one campaign, just play it for the both of them. They will like separate at some point, but that's part of it. It doesn't matter. But like making like 2 different groups play the same campaign, not being part of it.
Yep. It was like getting handed a doll and being like, oh, here's the stall, that's what it's doing. Now you have to play what the other people decided for you to play last week.
Yeah, and it's the same for them, of course. Like,
yeah, it was not fun.
Whatever you do is the same.
It was fun in the big picture. I had a lot of fun. We laughed a lot. It was a good time, but overall it was just too stressful for me with the changing people, because it wasn't like our group was split in half. We would change the people.
But I would make it definitely like so that the group stays the same, because I feel like there's no way around that thing. That's just the problem you would have, because big part of the RPG being pleasant for people is that the people there are safe. You get to know them, you get to throw in. The best part would be that the people you play with you know beforehand.
Yeah,
like it would be
I think it's pretty important to know at least one person you have like somewhat chemistry with.
I would say the same. Depends on the person, of course. Some people are like extroverts, so that they could not just go into any group. But
they can make friends.
They're easy to make.
Neither one of us is like that.
Yeah, I don't think. I think for us it would need to be there's someone like an anchor for us.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I feel like there was so many like major mistakes done there.
Yeah, I think the game master was just too nice of a dude. He wasn't able to like pick who he wanted for his campaign, so he was just like, oh yeah, come in, everyone will do the West Marches style of that. But I did attend it for like a good half year, I think.
But
maybe
also,
even longer.
Again, I feel like diabolical for the game master, because he was making games for every week then.
Yeah, he was.
He was. Group rotated every 2
and
weeks.
I think he still does. I left the group because I had a giant anxiety spike in like 2023 spring. This is kind of embarrassing. I was avoiding going to the games for like a couple of months at that point, just like not answering the messages or like coming up with excuses. And then one evening I sent him like a really teary-eyed voice note on WhatsApp being like, I can't do this, like the anxiety is too much. I can't bring myself to get there, because I like get a panic attack, anxiety attack the night before thinking about it. And he was really fucking nice about it.
Yeah, of course.
Absolute sweetheart.
I feel like the dude had like way too many players, so I don't think he would be too like hurt
but
about
I feel like we were like, if not friends, then like friends by that. And he messaged me a couple months after asking how I've been doing. Like he was genuinely concerned. And the other people were nice as well. It was just too much for me, because all the people were new to me. Everyone was older than me, obviously, because I'm a fucking baby. And then there were like, I don't know, there were the typical like dudes in their 40s who would overshare about their life, and it was like, oh, I have to hear about how this dude hates his job now for like 4 hours, and I have to pretend to care. No, it's more like,
it is overwhelming.
Because I'm the type of person who like carries everyone else's worries on my shoulders. So it was like, oh, that guy had one beer too much, and now he's like veered straight into I'm depressed now territory, and the others are like, ooh, let's beat up these goblins.
Yeah, it is heavy.
Yeah.
But I feel like with that one there, it's not about you in that. I feel like most people would break in that scenario. Because I feel like again,
a lot of them already knew each other, so it was hard for me to like get into that group.
In the previous group. I feel like joining a already working group is so much harder than like making a new one. Even if the people know them like us beforehand, because we've had a few people, like few players join in after the games have started, but all of them have already been like someone that have known the other guys. Yeah. So we have like, let's say, I would say like there's 2 colliding friend groups in the current one I'm running, but they are fitting quite well. I don't see an issue there, but it's just that of course like if you go in there, you know, like let's say 2 of the 5 guys or 3 of the 5 guys, it's a lot easier than going in not knowing anyone.
Yeah, and especially if everyone knows the game master, dungeon master, whatever, then it's like common ground to like connect to that person. And I think you were really good about like writing a little bit of something for everyone. Like you would have little Easter eggs for everyone. Like everyone had their moment to shine. Me trying to rob the fucking store and getting absolutely. No, I make terrible decisions when I'm playing.
I roll with those. I let you make your mistakes.
Oh yeah, that's the best. That's the best.
As you should.
Let me fuck shit up and then suffer for it.
Yeah, you get fucked up most of the cases.
I really miss playing.
There's the one diabolical picture. I had like a drawing table there back then. I've since sold it to my aunt. But I had a drawing tablet back then, and like a massive one. I remember we were like remote playing. I said it was COVID time then. So we were playing remote through Discord, and I was like, I suck at drawing, but I was doing my best. And,
I remember this drawing now.
Yeah, there was a drawing of like Citronelli's character breaking into a blacksmith's place for whatever reason. It was a bit out of character.
For whatever reason, just to steal shit.
Yeah,
I wanted a bow, but it was too expensive.
Yeah, but it was a bit out of character. I feel like your character wasn't that much of a thief, but again, you can do your mistakes. You live and learn, I guess. So she broke in there. I guess you didn't learn that much. She broke in there and made a lot of noise. Like she also, I think you like fell in there from the window or something. You couldn't like get back in, I don't think. So you were basically trapped inside there making noises, and then the blacksmith came in and rocked your shit. So I just drew like a face with the black eye and stuff. I remember that was a masterpiece. I think we've lost David since, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think it was on your old Discord.
Yeah, it was in there, and I do remember the reason we lost it because I duplicated the channel.
Yeah, and then
and I removed it, and apparently duplicating means that it just takes the settings, not the pictures and stuff in there. So that's a lesson I learned.
But it's forever embedded in my soul.
It's in my heart.
Yeah.
It's in our hearts. Never to be forgotten.
Yeah, I'm a good time when playing tabletop RPGs. Do recommend. I will fuck shit up.
Yeah.
I promise. My characters are always fucking useless in battle. That's like that's I don't care about that. Yeah. That's the part that I care most about.
Mostly played was like Warhammer, Fantasy Warhammer.
Yeah.
So in there it's actually like you could basically split the people like the